Well, we're back working on the ramps today. I was happy with the way the stands turned out. So now I'm moving on to building the ramps. I've built this ramp. It's been a lot of trial and error to get it to fit, but I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So now I'll show you how I went about making that as I make the next one up. I'm very guilty of, in the past, just over-engineering everything. I've really thought about this, about making it lightweight but strong enough and not really over-engineered. So this is a standard C purlin that gets used for building sheds and roofs and things like that. You can get these in all sorts of dimensions. This one is 200 millimeters by 75 and it's 1.5 millimeters thick. You can also get them in 1.9 millimeters thick and 2.4 millimeters thick as well. Obviously the weight's going to go up then also. So the other thing is these are factory seconds and I picked it up really cheap. So I bought one 6.1 meter length and I've been able to make the two ramps out of that. No problems at all. So obviously this is the underside of it, but when you put a lot of weight on the other side, this, because it's so thin, it starts to bow in this direction underneath. So that's why I've put these. These serve two purposes. They do act as a support for this so that we don't get so much bowing in that. And they also tie these two together. So if you can picture, the weak point of this is going to be if these start spreading apart and then you don't have your vertical support. So all of the strength is being used in this direction. So they're not really designed for that. They're designed to be used in this direction. So you've got 200 millimeters of flat steel, but I want to use them in the other direction. So I do need to be a bit more careful about how I use it. So these blocks tie this base together so that this won't spread, and then hopefully it won't turn into a flexible banana. It seems to have worked really well. I haven't loaded it up with a car yet. I'm going to make the other stand and then give it a test run. But the other thing that I did is make this so that the ramp can't slide off the stand. And I've, worked around how to make this so that I can insert it into this area of the stand nicely. So really this is going to carry the whole weight of the car. Well, not really actually, because you'll also notice that I had a stand under here as well. So really, if the wheel is on over this stand, the ramp's not taking any of the weight at all. So the ramp only has to take weight between here and here. And then I'm going to have another stand and then the floor. So once you think about those supports, it's being supported only by this like 550 mil. The next stand's going to go here. So same thing, we're getting support over a spread area, which is obviously much better. So now that I've got the first one built, I can put these together, transfer all the dimensions across, use the first ramp as a template, and I should be able to knock this one out pretty quickly. So this is how it works. So that can slide out, slide it in at that angle, and it locks in and it can't pull back because it has a lip on it. This stand is the right height to go directly under one of those cross beams. So my original plan was to be able to do that, so the back wheel will sit actually about here, and I was going to have a jacking beam across here, so you put a single trolley jack about here, lift the whole back of the car up, then you can put your stands under. But in reality, I don't really think I'm ever going to want to do that. I think because I've got the 4 stands, I'll jack the car up and then remove the ramp and then put the stand under. I don't really see any reason to ever want really to keep this in place. And whether you're jacking up the ramps or whether you're jacking up the car, it doesn't really matter. See how it works when we try it. I'm not gonna lie, this was downright scary. Without actually seeing what was going on and how far up the ramp I was, where the back wheel was in relation to the ramp itself, and not being able to know when I was just at the top or actually on the flat part of the ramp, was really quite difficult. So it'd be really nice to have a big mirror, maybe a camera with a video screen or something to show the position, would definitely make things easier.